What's going on? All right, make a quick video. The video is in reference to the Deontay Wilder fight that happened last week, and all of the hate this man's been getting since his defeat. the um, One of the biggest things that got me is this. He's a black fighter. Everybody knows he's a black fighter, but we know he was unorthodox. And his right hand is lethal. Everybody knew that. Um, and we knew eventually he was going to run into somebody that was going to give him a problem. Okay, everybody say Luis Ortiz had him, but he got that right hand in on him. Second rematch, Luis Ortiz didn't even really get to do much. Even though he was seemingly winning that fight, he got stopped. Thing that I want to talk about, though, is a specific individual uh, that, matter of fact, a couple of them. One of them is Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua had an opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder before he got beat up by Ruiz. Ruiz. I seen a video just the other day with Anthony Joshua making fun of Deontay Wilder, talking about, to this day, you know how you say that. And he's laughing. But let's set the record straight, Anthony Joshua. When you got beat up by Ruiz, he beat you up so bad that you stopped cutting your hair. You stopped combing your head. You looked homeless almost to a point. You looked horrible. This man knocked you into a whole nother personality. So you can't say nothing about to this day to Deontay Wilder. Your fight went, if I'm not mistaken, 2 rounds. You got knocked down multiple times too. You looked horrible. So ain't no sense in you making fun of nobody else. And you got your head handed to you so bad, you had to do a whole lot of switching up too. You could have fought Tyson Fury before Deontay Wilder fought him. So that's that. So don't make fun of somebody else. And you got done worse by Ruiz, who everybody said he was nothing but a fat fighter. And that dude put hands on you. He put paws on you, as you want to call it. Okay? But back to the Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay tried to say it was his costume. I believe it was his trainers. His trainers never properly trained him on mitts. You look at Floyd Mayweather, who I'm going to say something about in a minute. Look at Devin Haney, Adrian Broner. You got Earl Spence. You got a lot of fighters who actually, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Tank Davis. These fighters they are cold on the mitts, right? Mitts teach you to throw punches in bunches. It teaches you how to see a punch coming, how to duck and roll with it, different things like that. Deontay's videos, when you show that, his trainers got him throwing one punch, pow, one punch, pow. There are no videos of him actually doing real mitt training. Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, this is the biggest thing about this video, is showing the hate toward Deontay Wilder from these elite and former elite fighters. None of these fighters, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, the only one that ever talked to him was Evander Real Deal Holyfield. He literally talked to Deontay Wilder. All the rest of them clowned on him. Y'all talked about the man behind his back. And Floyd, of all people, as much as I love you as a fighter, as much as I loved watching your fights, I watched you go through the same thing. And yes, I'm older than you are. You would say you don't care. No, I don't have the money you have. That's fine. But I watched you go through hell and high water. They dogged you. They talked about you. They said you cherry-picked your fighters, which we know you didn't. You fought nothing but world champion after world champion after world champion, and you beat them all, including Pacquiao. You embarrassed him. You embarrassed Canelo. So as far as a fighter, Philly shell, good defense, quick hands, you know, and I told somebody before, as far as Floyd Mayweather, if his hands wasn't so brittle, I guess that's what they said. And I'm not calling you brittle hands, but if his hands, he had a problem breaking his hands, Floyd would probably have maybe a 90 to 98% knockout rate with his fights, because he would touch people up, all up downside the head. But it's just hands just wasn't like, if he had the hands of like the like Sean Porter's hands or Errol Spence's hands, where they won't break, Floyd would have knocked out probably everyone that he fought. Okay, but what get me is Floyd with Larry Merchant. He hated Floyd Mayweather. Bob Costas didn't like him. None of the commentators liked him, regardless of how fast he knocked people out or how bad he would make them look or whatever. Floyd Mayweather never would get the credit from, and even he said, the American public, from the media. They would say he's a cherry picker and all kinds of stuff. They hated because he was pretty boy Floyd. That's when they hated him the most. Then they turn around and hate him when he's Floyd Money Mayweather, because he's just about money. He's about money. Well, if he can put hands on people and earn billions of dollars, let him. I have no problem with that. The problem I have with Floyd Mayweather is when it comes to Clarissa T-Rex Shields and Deontay Wilder. They were two. Now we got one still undefeated black fighter. And the only reason why I'm saying that is Floyd Mayweather was a black fighter. He had other black fighters support him. He had fighters hate on him. But when you see Deontay Wilder, who was 42-0, I think with 41 knockouts or 40 knockouts, one draw, or something like that, it looked as to me that Floyd Mayweather got worried about his own 50-0. So he never once, I've never seen him take any pictures with Deontay Wilder. He didn't say anything nice about him until after what? He lost last Saturday. Now you want to call him the king. Talking about whether win, lose, or draw, you still the king. But you took pictures with his rival, Tyson Fury, saying he was actually better than Deontay. And people would say, well, he beat him, so that he is better. Okay. My point is, why didn't Floyd say something to him before? Even people seen the footage on YouTube of Floyd Mayweather in like a sweatsuit. I can't remember if it was purple. He had his necklaces on, and Ellerby was standing beside him, his little yes man dude. And then all of a sudden, Deontay comes in the ring, got this camouflage top on with some jeans and stuff, and Deontay is walking over. Other people are speaking to him. Floyd Mayweather just stood in that one spot like, you come to me, I'm the king, I'm undefeated, I ain't got to come to you. So then Deontay Wilder get over there. Floyd barely takes his eyes off of what he's talking about Ellerby with. Fake shake his hand, even though Deontay bowed to him like, much respect to you. You didn't even smile at the man. You wouldn't even take a picture with him. It's like you were worried that he was going to break that 50 or 51. And people talk. If they're talking about him in a good light, why can't you help him by talking to him too? You hated on him. Mike Tyson even hated on him. Mike Tyson jumped up and down when he lost to Fury. And his loss to Fury was as bad as when Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. Nobody saw that coming like that. And what get me is Floyd goes out of his way to try to step on other fighters who are trying to do what he did. You say you looking for the next Floyd Mayweather. You say you supporting other fighters who are doing what you did. But yet you got another black fighter come from nothing like you did. And is out there trying to make a name for himself, trying to put food on the table for his daughter who's got special needs and everything like that. And you rejoice when he lost. Then want to sit there and call him the king. You hired a female fighter, Caucasian female fighter. I ain't even seen this girl since you put her on YouTube talking about you training her to beat Clarissa. Why wouldn't you help train Clarissa to keep her from losing? It's like anybody with an O, you want their O to go so it don't catch your 50 and O. That just sounds like a hater to me. As much as I love Floyd Mayweather when it comes to his fighting ability that he had when he was in the ring, the other side of him that just seems so off to me is you would think just him being a black man and seeing other black fighters that you would want, especially if they're doing any good, you would want to see them not because they're black and you know, let's erase that, not because they're black fighters, but because these are black fighters that came from nothing, like he did, whether they're male or female. Clarissa T-Rex Shields is not getting the real true props she deserves. You got Layla talking smack. Layla Ali, the one that retired at 29 years old, because honestly, you just didn't want to fight Ann Wolf. And then you go and spitting and talking stuff about Layla. You told Deontay, no, your daddy's the real GWOAT. Your daddy was an awesome fighter too. He had flaws in his game that you can't do today. Deontay tried it and got caught, which is pulling straight back. Your daddy did that a lot with his left hand down, pulled straight back, got hit with overhand left after overhand left by Frazier, who shocked your daddy. So you talking about if the money's right, you come out and fight Clarissa, you claim you knock out Clarissa, why can't you just congratulate her? Everybody hating on everybody, especially these former athletes. Y'all won't come out of the woodwork and congratulate them. And then, even out of the limelight of the camera, one of these athletes should have went to Deontay Wilder and offered him some help. Because the man need help on the mitts. He needed to stop walking backwards. When he walks backwards and you're a puncher, you get punched. When you come forward and let the hands go, the opponent gets punched. But my biggest issue is this, and somebody else comment on this. Why is Floyd seeming like he hated on Deontay until after he lost, and posted up, to me, a fake "you the king" type tweet on Twitter, whatever you call it, tweeted, whatever. But he hadn't said nothing about Deontay Wilder positive all the way up until then. Layla Ali ain't never said nothing positive. She talking about Clarissa been calling her out. No, Clarissa called you on your stuff. You go to all her opponents that she's supposed to face. You take pictures with them, but you won't take none with her. Because you worried about, because she's going to fool around and catch your 29, whatever your record was. She's fighting tougher opponents than even you fought. But now you want to come out of the limelight. You want to come out because you're taller than her or whatever. You want to come out and try to beat her up. You can get yourself hurt. That's what's going to end up happening to you. So, my thing is, somebody, like and subscribe, leave me some comments or whatever. Like I said, these are my opinions. I didn't hear none of this personally from Deontay Wilder's camp or nothing like that. But this is just what I'm looking at. You can see it all on YouTube. You can back up everything I said. Floyd didn't say he hasn't said nothing to Deontay positive until last Saturday, or Sunday actually, that he tweeted that win, lose, or draw, yada, 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 you still the king. You wouldn't even speak to the man before then. You wouldn't say nothing to him before then. You never said nothing to Clarissa, except you training a fighter to beat her. So, you didn't like it when people did it to you, Floyd. And now you're doing it to the very fighter that they're doing the same thing to him that they did to you. But I guess, because, you Floyd, Money, Mayweather, or whatever you call yourself, you can do that and it's all right. Deontay Wilder, if you see this video, or anybody connected to Deontay Wilder's camp see this video, bro, my heart go out to you for the effort. You want to, as you say, go out on your shield, but you don't have to lose. You need to get your mitt work together. Well, come forward, throw them punches, let your hands go, but get some better, get you some new trainers, man. Seriously, your trainers new eventually somebody will catch you because you're floating backwards. There are fighters that can fight off the back foot. Floyd was one. You know, you've got fighters that can fight off the back foot. You're not a fighter that fights off his back foot. You're a fighter that's supposed to come forward and let go of your hands. Same way with 8 people give Adrian Broner crap because they say he's too busy trying to be like Floyd. But when he first came out, Adrian Broner was a come forward fighter, and he'd counter you, and he'd loose him hands. And if he fights like that, Adrian Broner's nearly unbeatable. Nearly, I said. Because you got that dude Errol Spence still out there. We're waiting on to see him come back. But that's all I have for today. Deontay, get it together, man. Get mid-work. Mid-work. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're a failure, because you're not. I can't fight like you do. I can't do what you do. A lot of fighters can't do what you do. They give you hell on Twitter and people making memes and making fun of you and all that stuff. Well, none of them say that to your face. None of them. So, stay humble. That's the biggest thing I got to say, Deontay Wilder. You need to stay humble. As a preacher, I'm telling you, the Bible says pride cometh before destruction and a haughty heart before a fall. Your parents, from what you said, your grandmother, I think, was a prophet, something like that. Your grandmother told you, speak it, believe it, receive it. But when that speak it, believe it, receive it come off as prideful and that you got spirits working and not the Spirit of God working, you got a problem on your hands. God give you your abilities just like he gave everybody else. The Bible says every good and perfect gift coming from above, and it's given by the Father of lights. Remember where your gift comes from, and you'll be all right. So again, that's my time, YouTube. Please leave me some comments. But let me know. I'm trying to figure out why Deontay Wilder, why Floyd waited to even say anything to this man until after he lost. That's my time.